Fetal lacerations occur during caesarean sections when the surgical instrument that's being used accidentally causes a cut or a tear on the baby's skin. So whilst these injuries are rare, they can happen due to various factors. So for example, the position that the baby's in, how urgently you're doing the delivery, and of course it is to do with the attention and the skill of the surgeon as well. Now, the incidence of fetal lacerations, so cuts during a caesarean section, is relatively low, so we estimate it's about 1 to 2% of all caesarean deliveries. But even though they're uncommon, they of course can be distressing both for the parents and for healthcare providers. Now, treatment for these cuts in the skin, these fetal laceration, depends on the severity of the injury. So the vast majority are minor lacerations and they heal without leaving any scar, and they're just managed with a bit of cleaning to the area and potentially a dressing. However, if there is a more deep or more significant laceration, it might require stitches or surgical repair. Paediatricians and the neonatal doctors will assess the extent of the injury, and they can provide appropriate treatment to ensure that that scar, that wound, heals properly and prevents any infection. The doctors do take precautions during caesarean sections to minimise the risk of these cuts, such as being very careful when handling surgical instruments. Ideally, we try to use a blunt dissection once we're through the layers of the uterus to help to stretch the uterus and prevent the chance of cutting the baby that's just underneath. Also, we can anticipate when that cut is more likely. For example, if you're further along in your labour when the caesarean is done, that part of the uterus can be very thin, so we need to be prepared and avoid making any cuts. Let me know if this is something that happened to your baby and how it was managed.